Okay, the first window that the client sees, the main window. The main window is divided into three parts. The first part is the arcade graphicon. The next part, the QTST graphicon, and the third part is the ECG curves with the average ECG. With other words, this is the median. We use color-coded graphics. You can see in the heart rate, it is colored by red. It means that there is bradycardy on this picture. And you can see some red parts on the ST level graphs. It means that the ST value is higher or lower than a certain limit. I have to mention a new function in beside the QT and QTC. This is the PQ interval. It will be released on the next version. We have to begin the evaluation with the templates. We can choose different template types. For example, normal beats. Normal beats are divided into two clusters. Supraventricular beats are divided into three clusters, and the ventricular beats are divided into 8 clusters. What is very important? Very important to make the clusters to be clean. It means that shall not be red parts on this circle. If you can see some red parts, it means that this cluster, including different QRS shapes. I will show it. What does it mean? There is a contrast function, and changing this contrast, you can see that here are those QRSs which are different from the main shape. I take them and I put them to another cluster. This is the new cluster. The next cluster I will take two QRS of them, and the next step is to set the correct QRS type on each cluster. On the first cluster, we can see that the type of normals, I accept it. On the next, the type is set normal, but checking the QRS, I suppose that this is rather ventricular, so I rename it ventricular. The next is also ventricular, and the last is normal. When I am ready, I am finished. Update changes, and I use auto merge function. Auto merge means that the software is merging the similar clusters into one cluster. Next step, the next supraventricular beat. first of all, I make it clean, as I did it with the N-type clusters. So there is two different types in these clusters. I take them and put to another cluster. I check every of them, and at last I set the correct type. The correct type, I think this is ventricular rather than supraventricular. The next is supraventricular is correct, and then rather ventricular, supraventricular, and the last is ventricular. And then these are the ventricular clusters. I check them. And I clean them. If it is necessary. I will show something interesting with these clusters, but before I do it, I set the correct type of the clusters. This is good. This is good. Ventricular, ventricular. This is ventricular. This is ventricular. Correct. Correct. This is correct. And these are questionably rather these are rather fusions. It means that a junction between the normal and the ventricular, but in this case I let it ventricular because there are some similar form named to ventricular. And this is the last, which has some problems, and I show a new function, how to use the fix button with this cluster. Fix button means if I want to rename the cluster type, for example noise, I can do it except except the QRS which are fixed. I will show it. This is the cluster, and this is the first QRS on the clusters, and we can check if this is a noise. The next QRS is ventricular. I fix it. Next is a noise. Next noise. Noise. This is a ventricular. I fix it. Ventricular. 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 This is rather noise. 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 Ventricular. Ventricular. This is ventricular. It is also, and the last is ventricular. And then I rename this cluster noise. All QRS, every QRS which were not fixed in this cluster, renamed a noise, and the others which were fixed stay in the same cluster. And this is the last point. Update changes and auto merge. auto-merge, and the software merged the similar clusters into one cluster. And I am ready with the template menu.